What's up, guys? It is Zor, and today I've decided that I'm gonna start like a new series where I talk to you guys about like some stuff that just I feel like I need to talk to someone about, but that not anyone will want to particularly listen to, like that I know personally. And so I'm just gonna come here to do it. I've been thinking a lot lately about the idea of like being yourself, right, or like being your own person, and like outside influences and stuff. And I've just I've actually also been watching the movie School of Rock like constantly lately, and I honestly feel like there is a direct correlation between these. And bear with me here, but what I feel is that like people are afraid to like be their own person. Like people like they they're so afraid of what other people think of them or like how they're viewed by society and stuff that like no one is themselves anymore. You have this vague idea as to like the things that you enjoy, but like I know plenty of people who merely enjoy things or like indulge themselves in things because other people around them do. And like I don't know, I'm not particularly like okay with it, I guess is the word that you could use to describe how I feel about it, but like people will do things like dress differently or like do their hair a certain way or like listen to a certain kind of music purely based on others around them who have been doing those things. And I just like I'm not it just frustrates me because every person like I've always said that like if everyone's beautiful then no one is, right? But I feel like that every person like has uniqueness to them. Like no two people are the exact same. And so like it's ridiculous that people would go out of their way to impress others. And like I've just I've recently started like trying to be more of my own person regardless of what others think, right? But then it's it's so messed up because if you follow what everyone does, then you're just like this sellout and oh you're fake and you're just doing this because other people are. But then if you're like completely of your own and you're completely of your own self and you just are your own person and you don't care what others think, then you're like an arrogant stuck up prick or something. And it's just you can't win. But I always say that like life is there's no black and white in life. Everything's a gray area. And so like no one is only a straight up prick and no one is only like a straight up like sellout or fake or whatever. And so just I've realized that you can't you can't change who you are to try and impress someone else. Like if someone isn't okay, like no matter what you do, no matter who you are trying to impress, there will be a different person that will not be okay with what you're doing. So why change for anyone at all? Like if no matter what you do, you're going to be irritating someone, then why not irritate everyone? You know, like why not there are going to be people out there who no matter what it is you do, like if you are the biggest racist ever, like there are plenty of other people out there who just absolutely despise other races. Like and if you're like I don't know, like if you like super love Dungeons and Dragons and you're afraid to tell your football team because then they won't want to talk to you outside of the field anymore and stuff like that, like who gives a shit? Like if they can accept you for the fact that you have a similarity in football won't but have differences whereas they play Xbox but you play Dungeons and Dragons with your friends in your dungeon master's basement, like who who gives a shit? Like they aren't your real friend if they won't accept you anyways. Like and I've just been trying to like find myself and like I've been noticing a lot like just the way things are and I don't know, it really frustrates me that like there are a lot of people out there in the world that aren't able to be themselves just because other people don't want them to. And I'm just like not okay. I'm not okay with it. And like but there are ways of like changing yourself or like changing yourself for others that are like a good thing. Like if you're just arrogant and really rude to everyone for absolutely no reason whatsoever, just no fucking reason, like you are just this stuck up person and you don't even know why you are. Like going out of your way to change that about you is definitely not bad. Like that's that is that is a good thing. Like if you're willing to change yourself to like benefit you, then like that's amazing. But if you're changing things you would like about yourself to benefit others, like that's fucked up, and that you shouldn't talk to those people, and you should be of your own self enough to realize like what you are, and not let other people change that. I don't know. It's just really, I think it's really fucked up the way people are, and like everyone's just so focused on making it and like being something in my life right now. Like I'm a junior in high school, and like I don't get particularly good grades, and don't necessarily have like the amount of credits I should right now, and so it's like everyone's like so focused on making it and so focused on like impressing everyone when like I don't even want to. Like I don't want to at all. And I just watched the 17-minute vlog by Slowburn. Um I just like the video, so if you follow me on Twitter, it'll be there. But I just watched this video from him, and like he's like so down about like everything that's happening in his life, and it's just like I can like agree and disagree at the same time. Like this past month in my life has been like exceedingly happy, and I've been like really fucking glad with everything that's been going on in my life. Has been heading in a positive way, but like I'm I feel like people want things out of me. Like my teachers and my parents want me to get good grades, and my school wants me to get good grades, and then my friends want me to be able to spend time with them and go out to eat and go to concerts and shit, and then my girlfriend wants to spend time with me and like do all this shit, and like I'm able to do all these things, and then like also my quote unquote internet friends or whatever want to like spend time with me playing video games or talking on Twitter and Skype and shit, and like I'm totally capable of doing all these things, but like I don't have the aspirations to like, or like the inspiration to like want to do well in school right now. Like I'm not feeling it. Like I know like in high school everyone's like, oh yeah, it's just high school, you have to get through it or whatever, and like it's just I feel like I used up all of my effort. Like from kindergarten until like the end of 8th grade, I got practically straight A's my entire life, and like I was always like a really smart and involved student, and like I I would go out of my way to help other people and stuff like that. And then like freshman year hit, and like my life changed a lot. My parents got divorced or whatever, and then like I just realized like what the hell's the point? Like I tried exceedingly hard for 9 years of my life, from when I was like 5 years old till I was like 14, and it's just like, why now from when I'm like 14 to 18 do I have to continue trying? Like, have I not proved myself enough in the past 9 years? And then I made that decision when grades started to matter. Like in high school, that's when you get your credits, and that's when you get to go to college and all that stuff. And I just think like it's a completely flawed system that they try to instill all these good morals on you, and then like it doesn't, like everything that was leading up to high school doesn't matter in the end. Like middle school matters enough to where it determines what classes you like take freshman year, and then your classes in freshman year kind of dictate the classes you'll be in for the rest of high school. But like besides that, middle school doesn't mean anything. Your grades in middle school don't matter at all. And then elementary school really means nothing besides like your standardized test scores that determine like what level math you're able to be in and stuff like that. But like it's really messed up that like all this stuff that they try and put into your heads, and they like, I guess they quote unquote force upon you, like your entire life doesn't matter until you're like between 13 and 15 years old, until you're like 18. Like it in a perfect in a in a way, the credits should count up from when you're in like preschool until you're in high school, and like maybe they should be not worth as much like when you're younger or whatever, but like they should count for something. Like all these things that they try and instill in you should at least matter a little bit, in my opinion. Like it should matter how well you received all the stuff that you did your entire life, and it shouldn't just be dictated on like 4 years, where if in those 4 years you fuck up, then you have to go to school for a fifth year, and you're like a failure, and you don't graduate at the same time as your friends, and it's really messed up. And then they, of course, like if stuff does go wrong in your life or whatever, you can take summer school, and you can take night classes or whatever, and you can get your credits back up, but it's just an exceedingly extra amount of work when you have other expectations in your life that you have to be doing at the same time, and it's just no one cares about details, but all that matters is details. Like everyone's just like, do you get good grades or not? And it's just like, well, I don't get good grades right now, but I did my entire fucking life before, and then shit happened, and well, all they hear is, no, I don't get good grades, and that's the end of it to them. And so no one cares about details when details are all that matters. And I just find it exceedingly frustrating, like the amount, like the way everyone's just so focused on making it, and like the way other people view them, and it's just, it doesn't matter. Like if I don't want to put the work into school right now, that's my choice, and I'll have to deal with that. And even though I don't agree with the system that they have in place for me to deal with it, it's the system that's going to happen, and so I will deal with it. But like, I don't know. I feel like everyone is so focused on the way that other people think of them when it doesn't fucking matter what other people think. If you're happy with yourself, like if you're content with yourself, if you enjoy something, then nobody has the right to tell you not to do that. Like nobody has the right to take away things that you like from you. Nobody has the right to not like, I guess not be your friend is the wrong term, because like if you and someone else have completely different interests, like you're not, like friends aren't something that you like should be. Like you should not associate yourself with people when all you're doing is conflicting. Like there is someone out there, like there are people out there who will agree with you when it comes to everything. And so it's just about finding the right people and not necessarily finding the people you want to be the right people. Like just because the guys on the football team all love horror movies, like in who cares if you're a romantic comedy guy? Like you don't have to go to the movies with all these cool jocks that are so badass when in reality there's people. Like everyone gets so played up and idolized, and it's, I don't know, it's ridiculous. You should be happy with yourself. You should be content with who you are, and you shouldn't go searching out for the compliments and the exception of everyone else. You should just be happy with who you are, regardless of what others think, because you can't impress everyone. So why not? So why not just piss everyone off? I don't know. It's just been on my mind a lot, and pretty much just don't be a sellout. Don't change who you are for anyone else. Be yourself. Be happy with who you are, and just, I don't know. Everything's so fucked up. Everything's fucked up. Life is really confusing. And so, I don't know if you can relate, comment. I know my glasses are all taped up. They broke. I'm ordering new ones soon. Call me a nerd, please. Throw a heart on there. Call me a faggot. Love you. Love you all. All 22 of you subscribers. Hopefully I get some new ones or something. I don't fucking know. This whole internet thing's weird. But, I don't know. Be happy with yourselves. Because you're amazing. And I love your butt. And your face. And your butt face.